Hi students, today we'll be looking at simple distillation and we'll be looking at some of the key questions that we need to know for simple distillation. So the diagram over here basically is a setup of a simple distillation experiment. So over here is a Bunsen burner heating up the distillating flask which contains the solution, and this one is a thermometer to measure the temperature of the vapor. This one is a condenser whereby it's used to condense the vapor to liquid, and water goes in from the bottom and exit from the top. And this beaker over here is used to collect the distillate that has been distilled from the solution provided. So when you revise for distillation, you need to know some of these key questions. What is a simple distillation used for? And what are some of the important things to know for simple distillation? Like for example in the setup, where must the water enter? Does it enter from the bottom or does it enter from the top? This one is a very critical question that you need to know, as it makes a very big difference. And for question 3, what are the two processes that occurs during distillation? And question 4 and 5, what is a distillate? Is it pure? And for question 5, if we have a mixture consists of two different liquid of different boiling point, which one will distill first? Do they distill together or do they distill like one at a time? So these 5 questions are some key important questions that we need to know when we are working on questions related to distillation. So the first one, what is a simple distillation used for? Basically, right, simple distillation is used to separate a pure liquid from a solution. And in a solution, we know that it consists of two components. One is a solute. The solute is the solid that has been dissolved by the liquid, and solvent, right, is the liquid that dissolves the solids. So let's watch a video. So first question, what happens when the cooling water enter from the top of the condenser? So over here I'm trying to illustrate to you, like, if the water enter from the bottom and when the water enter from the top, what is the difference that you can see from the experiment and what will happen as well? So for the first part, water is entering from the top. To let you show what happens when water enter from the top. Okay, so you notice, right, how does the water flow? It will just flow down and exit from the bottom. And did the water completely fill the condenser? Okay, so you can see, right, this area over here is completely empty. That means water actually did not fill this region over here. So what will happen? No water over there. So now let's look at what happens when the water enters from the bottom. So you see the water is slowly fill up all the way and exit from the top. So now the question is, why do we need to constantly replace the water in the condenser? What will happen if we don't replace the water in the condenser? So some key question will be that, what are we doing in this experiment? Is there any heating source nearby? So when there's a heating source nearby, right, how will it affect the temperature of the water in the condenser if we don't replace it? Will it heat up or will it remain at the same temperature? So this one you can relate it to your daily life experience whereby you're trying to heat some water. And what do you notice about the temperature of the items, right, that's placed around this kettle that is boiling this water? Does it heat up as time goes by, or does it remain the same temperature? Okay, so this one I let you think about it, and after that I will need you to answer these questions. Okay, let's continue to watch the video. Okay, so now we're trying to heat up the solution. And we are using a copper 2 sulfate solution over here. That's why you get the blue solution due to the copper 2 ions. And water is evaporated in this video, in this part over here. And you notice that it has been evaporated into steam or water vapor, as you can see in the top part of the distillation setup. And there should be a thermometer on the top, which I didn't manage to capture it, but there's a there's a thermometer on top to capture the temperatures of the vapor. And it will be at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, as this is the boiling point of water. And in this part of the video, water vapor is being cooled down and changed into water in the condenser, as you can see in this part over here. So let's focus on this region. See, there are some water being condensed as time goes by, more and more water vapor being condensed, and will flow down this condenser as it was tilted. See, some water is being flowing down the condenser. And water is collected as distillate in the beaker. So as time goes by, you'll see more water being collected as distillate in the beaker. And you'll notice that the solution, the initial solution, the volume has decreased as more water has been removed or separated or distilled from the solution. So what are the two processes that occurs during distillation? The first process is evaporation, whereby the liquid is being converted to a gas. And the second process is condensation, whereby the gas is being condensed to liquid. So the water inside this solution is being evaporated over here. And when the water vapor or steam has nowhere to go, right, you'll be forced to enter this condenser. And this condenser will cool down this water vapor or steam. And the gas will be converted to a liquid. And that's why we can collect all our distillate in this beaker. So what is a distillate? So a distillate is just a pure liquid that's being separated from a solution during the distillation process. So this distillate over here is a pure liquid. So how do I know it's a pure liquid, right? You can actually check by the color of the solution. The initial color of the solution was like blue in color. And after that, the distillate that I was collecting in the beaker, it was colorless. So this shows that I'm purifying this solution. That means I'm trying to obtain a pure liquid from a distillation process. So now the next challenging question will be, if we have a mixture consists of two liquids of different boiling point, which one you distill first? So let me give you an example. So when I have two mixable liquid, so mixable just means, right, they are mixed together, or they can mix together to form a solution. And I have two liquids. One is an ethanol that has a boiling point of 78 degrees Celsius, and another one is a water that's a boiling point of 100 degrees Celsius. Now let me show you a video whereby some students are trying to mix ethanol and water together, and what will it look like. Okay, so in this experiment, the student is pouring in the ethanol first, and after that he will pour in the water. And I need you to observe, right, what will happen to the solution after this water and ethanol was mixed together. Okay, so now you notice, right? Now we have a colorless solution and both the water and ethanol are being mixed together. So since the water and ethanol has been mixed together to form a colorless solution, now the only way to separate them, right, is to use distillation. So some question to guide you along on how to know whether which one you distill first. So does it take a shorter time or a longer time to reach a lower temperature? For example, is it faster or slower to reach a temperature of 78 degrees Celsius as compared to 100 degrees Celsius? Which one will take a faster time to reach the temperature? 78 or 100? And the next one, which liquid will evaporate to vapor first? Is it 78 degrees Celsius, which is the ethanol, or is it water? And which liquid will then condense first? And lastly, this will help you answer the question whereby which liquid will distill first. So we know that a shorter temperature will reach faster, a shorter time is obtained to reach a lower temperature, and this means that the liquid with a lower boiling point, it will evaporate first and then condense first. So this means that ethanol will distill first as it has a lower boiling point. And after that, when ethanol has been completely distilled over, water will then distill over. So this is how it works. So some science fun to reward you. So what happened to the tea when the water is being separated from it? The tea will have separation anxiety. Okay, I hope you understand it. So for those who don't understand it, you can ask your friend. So after you look through this video, there will be some questions for you to answer so that you can check whether you understood the concepts after you watch this video or not. Thank you.